The Chubb Show with Sideman Baby, Carol Blackman, and Kiki. On the line, I got my brother. At this moment, we've known each other 29 years. So one more year makes 30. He's always had my back. We're talking about AlBSure, rocking to the rhythm of the funky beat. Al.
Chubbster. Chubbster. Chubbster.
Now,
What's good, King? First and foremost, get to 29 years. It really feels like a lifetime.
Yeah.
You are truly embedded within my DNA as a family member, like a straight brotherhood, and you've just always been the consummate gentleman. I'm an incredible creative soul, and I'm a fan. First and foremost, like your craft and your art is something to be admired. So,
man, I
appreciate you.
And I feel the same way. I always post when I hear people talk about Jodeci. I'm like, wait a second, Forever My Lady. That was scripted by my boy. You know, I always try to let people understand, like, yeah, you love his
Forever My
album.
Lady, come and talk to me. Stay. I'm still waiting.
Tevin Campbell songs. You know,
wow.
Tevin Campbell stuff. So, I mean...
You mean the songs that you're on movie soundtracks that we...
So,
excuse me, Boys in the Hood and
yeah. So it's serious
Jason's
stuff.
Lyric,
Yeah.
New Jack City,
all of that stuff, man. And first of all, I know it was a hard loss, man. Andre Harrell, a brother of yours, a mentor of yours. He was a kind soul. I mean, my condolences first, about that, the loss of a great person there.
He also loved you passionately.
Yeah,
because he knows true artists and people who are really not in this for the money. It's just because it's a part of who you are, and that was his magic of identifying individuals that this was just truly a part of this. So it's like Michael Jordan with a basketball.
A story I never knew is, how did you meet him?
Wow. Let's go back to this year's Grammys, because this is the first time we actually talked about that first time. And Dre and I sat down, because obviously because you and I have spoken since, but we're talking about the new Uptown Records miniseries, and how he wanted things to go down. And again, in Andre Harrell unselfish fashion, Andre sat at the table with myself and Paxton Baker, the former head of BET, Centric, and we were just discussing what his vision was for the greenlit Uptown Records miniseries on BET. And instead of, outside of just wanting the story to be told in an accurate manner, all he was concerned about was, he said, look, my vision for this 3-night miniseries, he says, the first night we're going to do KBD, the second night is about AlBSure, the third night about Guy, and then we're going to sprinkle it with Mary and Puff and, just all the other artists, the amazing artists that came through Uptown. And then he says, I want the Uptown Records miniseries to be the DC Comics or the Marvel Comics of what's to come. He says, because once we finish this, we have to do the AlBSure story.
Right.
He said, which is the most interesting story. He says, people don't realize you're my first platinum artist. You're my first #1 artist. You made, the record industry take me seriously, and all this other stuff.
Yo, Al, hold on one second, man. Hold on. We got more. With AlBSure, we're talking about the great Andre Harrell. Don't go anywhere. I want to know more on how they met, because it was legendary. The Chubb Show with Sideman Baby.